to episode 7 of the Undisputed Combo Podcast with myself, Del Toro Fuerte, Shadowhaunt Joker, Unfound Prodigy, and that dude Colby will be joining us shortly. Guys, what's new? How you been?
Been great. I mean, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Trust me.
Yes,
it gets a little funny.
We've got a jam-packed schedule here. We're going to keep things nice and efficient, I guess, so to speak. So let's get started here with some shout-outs. Mr. Joker.
Smooth.
First and foremost, my father, Kevin. Since it's Father's Day weekend, I got to give you a definite shout-out. Also to the Leaders, the Gross family. That's their actual last name. It's not a joke. They've all been around throughout my life, so give a shout-out to them. Great people, great families. And that's about it for me.
All right, Mr. Prodigy.
Do I gotta play Monster Reborn?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all the pops out there, you know, the dads out there. The dads are there too, guys. Don't forget about the dads. Also, this is a crazy weekend. I think I don't know if you guys heard about the whole June 19th becoming a federal holiday. I just remembered about that. It was pretty awesome to see that happen.
Yes, yes, that is phenomenal. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I got a few shout outs. I got the regulars, Julian TV, who's actually going to be our guest next week. Very excited about that. The Burial Ground Podcast with motherfucking Mark. Do not miss that if you're a wrestling fan. Okay, shout out to some of the Instagram crew. Sly_tendencies A7. Really appreciate you. Retro_Picasso. Yes. And shout out to that dude, Colby, and Harley's Toys and Comics. Colby sent in a large shipment, was donating the bulk of his Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering and Harley's Toys and Comics. Phenomenal store, locally owned business by a great person. And what she does is obviously this is going to help her generate revenue for this locally owned business, but she also works active in the community with a lot of kids programs. So a lot of kids, underprivileged kids, are going to be receiving Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Magic the Gathering cards. Great way to get them started. So thank you, Colby. Thank you, Harley's. Let's transition over into what's new. Now, I have a couple of things, but we'll go ahead and start with you, Mr. Joker. Anything new?
I'm opening this later.
Ooh.
Getting ready for a tournament that I was invited to this coming up Friday. So, hey, I guess I'm going to try something new, huh?
Oh, yes, and that's exciting. That is a box of Digimon for those of you who are listening. And, you know, of course, we know our friend here is going to pull something magic out of that. Colby, what's new?
As always.
With me, nothing too big, except now my reptile deck, the Abyss, is fully complete.
Ooh.
Albeit I'm still looking for 3 slots in the extra deck. However, I was potentially looking into splashing in Dragoon. Now, there's one spot where I could potentially do it, but it would be a little tricky.
Do it, make it happen. I'm getting Star Wars Evil Emperor Palpatine vibes here. You know, it's almost complete. Do it. Yeah, let's. Super Polly says otherwise. All right.
Hey, is that a monster on your side of the field? And I have an Abyss in the graveyard? Well, joke's on you. My Abyss are now kaijus. All of them.
I think.
Well, most of you have.
You forgot one thing. I run that too. And I run viruses, so.
Oh, this.
What is that going to do? Destroy any dark monsters?
No. They send.
I know. So do these.
We gotta get a remote dual recording or something. This will be fun to watch.
If I do that, I want to run at least Ignister because I sent the image and I was so happy at what I was doing. Because I forgot to mention, other than the 2 Crackdown and 1 Judgment, I was also ashed for the turn. And I still was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Anyways, I'm gonna make a rival.
That's awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing those in action. Mr. Prodigy, what's new?
Well, I don't want to jump the gun on the podcast, but there's a few set reveals that has been revealed on the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG news that I'm pretty excited about. I might be able to finally complete my Dragon Maid deck with some of the upcoming sets. You know, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Dragon Link, you've been holding out on us, man. All right, whatever.
Listen, I will agree with him.
I can't. Dragon Link is too complicated for me.
You'll get it. It's not that bad. If I can do it,
Go
anybody.
ahead.
How to play Dragon Link? Summon a monster, do a bunch of random stuff, end on 20 negates.
Right? What does that random bullshit go? That meme?
Like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Pythagorean theorem on the side. We're solving intervals. All of a sudden, now I have a full board.
Yes. Well, I have a couple things. What's new? Okay, so my friend Ronner, the guy I game with, one of my best friends, created a YouTube channel, All Things Dub, where he opens up, does reviews on these little scaled model planes, and they're actually really cool. He keeps his videos very brief and very descriptive. So anybody that's interested in taking a look at that stuff, check him out on YouTube. Does a great job of narrating and also showing off the actual planes themselves. The biggest thing on what's new for me, Among Us chicken nuggets being sold on eBay for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. What the actual what's going on? What is wrong with our world? Guys, have you seen this stuff?
It's a little sus.
Yeah.
Unintended.
Don't you mean a little sauce?
I forgot. There's really two ways. There's two ways we could have went with this.
Yeah, I decided to go a little further south.
I'm still kind of, just kind of taken by this whole deal that you see so many of them. There's tons of listings, and there was one that went for an obscene amount of money that kind of started all the commotion. And now you see a whole bunch of them, and people are bidding on them. And again, it makes me wonder maybe if these guys are just trolling them. But you can actually get in trouble now with eBay and all that stuff. But it's only feedback, right? And you might get banned. But who knows? I want to hear from somebody who's bidding on this or buying them. Why in the hell would you want to? Yeah. Okay.
Why? Oh man, to each his own, I guess. But it's just weird. By the time it gets to you, to your front door, if it does ship, it won't look like an Among Us chicken nugget anymore, guys. So please don't spend $1,000 on a chicken nugget. Please do not.
Yes.
I just swore he said to eat their own, and I'm like, what?
To eat their own. Yes. Among Us, yes, it's a very fun game and popular, and I've played it a couple times, and yes, but I mean, are scalpers going to be scalping chicken nuggets now?
Probably.
Scalping education.
So I sent that picture of that thing to my brother-in-law, and a couple days later he messages me, and there's a picture of his toilet, and of course what's inside of it. And he's like, "What does this look like?" I'm like, "Well, what the hell are you sending me?" He's like, "It looks like Jabba the Hutt. How much you think I can get for it?" I shit you not. Bad joke, guys. Sorry, had to do it.
I thought you were gonna say you found Mystic Mine in the toilet.
That's what I said. It looks like Mystic Mine. So
There you
anyways,
go,
that was my horrible
Thank
attempt.
you.
At doing
Listen,
that.
Mystic Mine gave me like a headache the other day. So the same time I did the going against 2 Crackdown, Judgment, and Ash, and still got full combo. The duel after that, I went against somebody who was playing Evil Eye, and of course you got to run Mystic Mine Evil Eye, right? That's clearly what you're supposed to do. Luckily, I was running a variant of Ignister, where so you guys know, when I build my decks in Nexus, I build it as close to I can as my current deck. This one I didn't follow that rule. I just put in anything I want. Forbidden Droplet, 3. What's another one? Oh yeah, Lightning Storm, 3. And so I cannot tell you the satisfaction I had when he did set 4 Mystic Mine, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Destroy all spells.
Lightning Storm.
Yes. Well, that's all I have for what's new. Being that we have a tight schedule, earlier, a couple of us were able to meet up with none other than Super Meta Bro Jay as our second guest ever. So we're excited about that. Let's transition and take you back so you can take a listen and look at that. All right, everybody. So we've got our second guest. I'm super excited for Super Meta Bro Jay. Welcome to the Undisputed Combo Podcast, my friend. How the heck are you doing?
Woo, man, it feels great to be here on the podcast, man. Thank you guys for having me, my dude. And it's truly an honor, bro, especially from the legend himself, El Toro Fuerte, man.
Oh, you're
awesome.
too kind, man. You made my head get big, bigger than it already is. So, but yeah.
What's up to my boy Joker, man? It's good to be on here with you too, man. I've been watching episodes of the podcast, dude. You guys are crazy, man, and I love it, my dudes.
It's all about having fun. Joker, you're kind of tired.
Trust me, I've had a lot to do today.
All right. Well, now it's time to wind down, man. Get one of them drinks going and let's wind down a little bit. Let me turn.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Brother Jay, talk to us, man. What's going on in the meta scene right now? What deck are you using? Let us know what's happening.
Dude, the meta scene's pretty insane out here in SoCal, man. We're actually going to be coming out with a new segment to the channel pretty soon, you guys. So this is like the fair warning for that.
All right.
We're
here first.
We are knee deep right now in the meta scene, and dude, a lot of decks that we actually been running across is like surprisingly Crank Kids, Tri-Brigade Zoo is real hot right now. A few Drytron players splashed in there. Shadal Invoked is still doing their thing, and a lot of rogue decks, bro. To be honest, man, like this format has actually been bringing out a lot of like rogue decks and decks you wouldn't expect to see. And you know what? For me personally, I'm glad to see them, bro.
Yeah, no, that's good. And that's one thing I always tell these guys, because I'm being the old man that I am, the viejo I played back in the days, 2002, 3, and 4, where you had hand control, you had beat down decks, and everything else was useless. But you wanted it to work. Like you wanted zombies, but there wasn't enough. You wanted fiends, but there wasn't enough. You wanted to run, what is it, the Samochi, bad reaction to Samochi burn decks, but you couldn't win. So the game, the way it is now, is how I had like envisioned it back then. So I'm with you, man. I love it, all the stuff. What deck are you running right now?
Right now, brother, I'm in the process of building Drytron, my man, and been play testing the deck a lot. It's very consistent, but just like any other deck, you'll get your brick hands once in a while, but you just got to figure out your play style and just play through it, I guess.
Yeah. What would you say is the thing that hurts Drytron right now when you're going up against your competition?
Dude, you know what? Anything that could stop effects from the grave, dude, will just straight shut the deck down, to be honest, dude. Like something like Skullmeister or Ghost Bell, those cards really hurt the deck, man, especially starting off first play,
Yeah. And as far as Drytron goes, do you have like a main strategy? Do you have multiple outlets to win? What's your condition? What do you go for when you play?
What I go for, I usually just I like to go second. Me personally, in my play style, I like to go second because I like to go the OTK route,
Yeah.
But like going on my first play, going second or whatever, I set up my board, but you always got to have something to fall back on, man, because like a well-placed lightning storm or a Harpy's Duster, man, can straight get you, dude. So
yeah,
unless
you're Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's just how my play style is, man. I like to go second. I like to try to break the board, and I like to just push for game, but sometimes, the well-placed hand traps can stop the combo itself. But, that's just me though, bro. I could explain the combo full, but it would just be way too long, man. So
that's cool. I mean, I'm sure we'll see it on your videos. I do like watching you guys when you get your head-to-head duels going. Those are pretty fun to watch. Pick up on some interesting tactics and strategies, that kind of stuff. I'm with you. I like to build my decks to go second. But again, that's just a preference. I like to break the boards and try and control the field with whatever I'm running. Yeah. So what about you, Joker? I know you had a question or two for our brother here.
Well, first of all, I like going first. That way I let you destroy your own field. It's like, here you go. Oh, is that a lightning storm? Oops.
Yeah. You know what? A real popular new strategy, well, not new, I guess, but just a lot of people have been putting in their side is the Waking the Dragons, man. And, you go and hit the back row, dude, and then they bring out that boss that straight shuts you down, that Ultimate Falcon or whatever.
That's my card right there, man. I put that in every deck now.
Yeah, it's a really strong card nowadays, man, especially with Dusters being at 1.
Yeah. I mix in. I used to play like a almost like a chess match. I throw in some traps game 1, and then when people bust out their spell trap removal in game 2, that's when I throw in the Waking the Dragons. But now I just kind of mix it up because I run like S-Force and those kind of decks. So they're kind of trap heavy. So, you get everybody going for their twit and twisters and dusters, and I let them go for it, man. I'm good.
Why are we talking about breaking wind? I thought this was like a podcast.
Yeah. So that's why we call him Joker. Yeah, man. So Colby, who couldn't make it, he's actually working right now, but he was really excited to have you on and everything. He wanted to ask you about the Ignister deck. He's building one, and man, it's crazy. Like one card combo is just sitting up these boards, and it's just he's showing me all this stuff. Have you seen anything like that popping up lately?
Bro, I've only witnessed the power of it, man, on EDO. I've been playtesting online real heavy, and I actually the other night I ran across an Ignister deck, man, and I ain't gonna lie, dude, he put the hurt on me, dude. He dunked on me pretty hard because I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't their 4K boss monster that's unaffected by card effects is just straight lit, dude. Yeah, Joker, I seen that. Super Poly is too fire, dude. Way too fire in this format.
Poly, yep. You got to bring
that
back.
Ignister's really strong, bro. Really strong.
Good. Well, the Colby will be happy to hear that because he's already put his deck on display. What about taking a look ahead? The Flunderies, that's all the hype right now. People are saying it's broken. Colby's actually shown us a couple of experiments. What are your thoughts on that, man? What have you seen so far?
Like from just the little stuff that I've seen, dude, I haven't really dived deep into it as of yet, but I have played against it on EDO too, and that deck is really strong, man. It was a straight slugfest. It was a grind game. I did get the W, but I really had to work for it, dude. It was a really tough. We went into game 3 and it was really tough.
That's good, man. Well, there's a lot of different decks. And one that keeps getting a lot of hype lately, Scrap Dino.
Yes.
What about that one, man? Is it real or is it just a bunch of smoke?
Bro, the hype, man, out here in SoCal, bro, like dinos are heavily represented, man. Like we've been hitting like these tournaments at the YVM. We've been hitting Battle House, which is a cash prize tournament out here in LA.
Yeah.
And I would say like half the duelists there were running dinos, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then dinos, they just been all over the place. They, a lot of the tournaments we've been going to, they haven't been winning, but dinos have been really close to the top every single time.
Nice. All right. Hey, Mr. Prodigy, welcome to the guest segment here with the Super Meta Bro Jay. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad to be in the house with Super Meta Bro. He's always bringing the energy. Always.
Yes.
I'm glad to have him on the show.
Yeah. One thing I got to tell you guys, man, is, me, I'm all about energy and everything. I mean, you guys managed in a community that can easily get toxic and negative. You guys always keep it positive and keep that energy up. So I know that we appreciate that. That's one of the things I love about watching you guys is you always got that energy and that positive, genuine, just love for the game, and that's what it's all about. I think people get too caught up in, oh, this set was trash. This deck is trash. Whatever, everything's trash. It's like, come on, man, just enjoy the game. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're absolutely 100% right, man. At the end of the day, I mean, it is a children's card game, but we want to inspire the future. You know what I mean? We want to inspire the younger to get involved with this game and even bring the people that got out of the game back into the game. And we just love, man. We love the game so much. We just have fun with it any way we can, bro.
That's right. Now, speaking of bringing, where you talked about bringing people into the game and bringing back, but that's what we talked about last week on the show is, what are some things that can help people, return to the game or get into the game? I want your feedback on that. What would you recommend for somebody who, let's start with somebody who's new to the game? What would you say?
For new to the game, man, I know, Yu-Gi-Oh does have a stigma on it that is really pricey. A lot of the cards are very expensive and stuff. And there is a lot of budget alternatives, though, and there is actually a lot of good budget decks out there. Like, for instance, Salamangreat, man, very budget, but very, very strong. I would just tell the new players, man, just, try to learn the game as best as you absolutely can because, showing up to a tournament with a deck that you hardly know, it's kind of hard to compete, especially if you're going against somebody that knows like the ins and outs of their deck, you'll be asking questions and stuff like that. I mean, which is fine, but at the same time, you want to go in with confidence. You want to have fun during the game. You don't want to be all stressed out trying to figure out your cards at the last minute. So for any new players out there, that's kind of what I would say. Just take your time, learn the game, watch a lot of content on YouTube, and yeah, just have fun, man. At the end of the day.
Yeah, watch the Super Meta Bros. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same. You know, it used to
You
be the
got
same
to.
back in the day too with competitive decks. Remember, I attended a few regionals, and you could always tell the people who picked these decks up, and the ones who had been playing it. You could always tell they had all the cards, all the expensive staples and everything, but they didn't have a lot of experience playing the decks. You always see they would throw something too early, whatever it was, and it's the same now. I've seen a couple videos where people were in big tournaments. At least, these are older videos because there hadn't been any big tournaments, but you could see the players who went out and just bought the meta deck and they're just kind of playing off the seat of their pants. They don't have that strategy down. So that's good. Prodigy, I know you had a couple of questions.
Well, related to this, I see Super Meta Bros, he's always posting that he's going to tournaments. I mean, what kind of decks do you play in tournaments? Or like, what motivates you to go there early in the morning? You be there like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning at these tournaments. What drives you to go there?
Brother, just like you, Prodigy, man, just the love of the game, man. I mean, we like to have fun in everything we do, not just dueling in tournaments, but even collecting the cards too. We always try to, we're always at Frank and Son super early, man, waiting in line, and just to kind of say what's up to the community. It's all about community at the end of the day, and we are the Meta Bros are fans of all three of you guys, first off, but we're fans of everybody else too that's involved with like Instagram and social media, man. We're fans ourselves. We love the game. We love everybody involved in the game. And these decks out here, though, bro, like these tournaments are pretty crazy, man. I've been playing in them. I haven't been doing as good as I thought, but a lot of decks have been highly represented. Like we just got done talking about like the Dinos, bro, are highly, highly played out here in SoCal, man. Like we went to the Battle House tournament and there was about 50 competitors. And I would say about 25 to 30 of them were playing Dinos.
That's a lot of dinos.
Yeah. So yeah, so there's some strong decks floating around out there, bro. Definitely.
What about amazement? Now I know Prodigy and myself are looking to build. We're actually got the cards thanks to our friend Joker right here. Have you seen anybody abusing that yet with any type of hybrid or anything like that?
I haven't seen it personally yet, bro, in person, but I've been watching the videos of them, man, and the deck actually looks really strong, bro.
It has its potential. I'm still messing with it. I know Prodigy's, in his lab. He's not revealing any secrets yet. Mad scientist over here. So yeah, a lot of stuff, and that's one thing I was building, like a Trap Tricks hybrid or something. But we'll keep that on the down low there for everything. What about going back to returning players? What would be your advice to somebody who comes across your video and says, "Dang, this is awesome. I want to get back. I played 5-10 years ago." What would your advice be to those guys?
You know what, brother? For returning players, I was once a returning player myself. I took like a 10-year hiatus from the game.
Mhm.
And like in 2014, I came back. And a lot of the content creators at that time, they had deck profiles and stuff like that, which was unheard of, because coming back into the game, I never seen no videos of deck profiles and stuff like that. So now as the meta bro, like going through all that and getting back in the game as a collector, not really meta competitive at first, but as a collector starting slowly getting back into the game, and as now starting the IG and the YouTube and that, I feel like for returning players that watch a lot of content, man, I feel like the content creators that really grasp you are the ones that are just being like honest, being yourself, being just you. People really want to see you. They want to see the game, but they want to see you too, genuinely, and so that's kind of like our take on the whole thing. We just try to be ourselves, man. We try to be happy. We try to be fun, and hopefully if that little part of it brings a player back into the game, man, then it was all worth it for me,
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And we have the three of us and Colby, we have, discussions via DM on Instagram a lot of times. And we discuss content creators who get to a point where, it's almost like a job, and you can just tell it's not genuine anymore. It's just kind of overdone. And so when you become a big YouTuber, big star, I know you won't forget, you'll keep it real all the time.
I'm gonna try my absolute best, man, and hopefully one day it picks up somewhere, man. But if not, dude, it was all worth it, man. Just hanging out with you guys, talking right here on the podcast, man. That means a lot.
We appreciate it, man. It's fun. I know Prodigy, you were going to say something. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, I just keep that same energy, like you said. No matter how much, how big we get, we just gotta keep it real all the time. All the time. Another question, going back to keep it real, I know you kept your tunes, but for all these years, you brought it back all these years, So I want to ask, where does the love for tunes come from? Like, what gets you excited about making tune profiles? I know that's something you like to do. I see the binder in the back there with the
Yes,
tune
sir.
world.
Yeah, man. My love for the tunes, man, it goes back, bro, because back when I was a young lad and we were watching the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Saturday morning cartoons, man, I always thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very unique, like compared to Pokemon, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Had like a dark undertone in it. It was like Egyptian, and they were casting like curses and stuff, like souls were locked into the Millennium items and stuff like that, And to me, it was kind of like, oh wow, this is kind of dark, But then when they introduced Pegasus and his tunes, and I believe it was like episode like 23 or something on the original season, and he took Kaiba's blue eyes and turned it into a tune, man. To me, it was like the show was kind of dark, but then it kind of like now you got dark cartoons involved with it too, and it kind of was just like, whoa, man. Because I'm like a horror buff, bro. I love horror movies and stuff like that. So, like that part of it, well, I was like, oh man, I love the tunes ever since, bro. Ever since that day.
So let me ask you this, because that just brought a thought into my old head. Did you ever see the original movie, The Twilight Zone, from the 80s?
It's been a long time, brother. No, I really haven't like watched it in a while.
I understand. I'm a lot older than most of you guys, so check it out because there is a wacky tune part in there, and it's kind of freaky looking even now. But when I first saw Pegasus, that's the first thing that hit my mind when I saw like the Toon Summon Skull and those guys. It took me right back to my childhood watching that freaky movie. And so yeah, that's funny you mentioned that horror buff. And Toons is one of the decks that I wanted to build back in the day too, but you couldn't because you had Heavy Storm, you had 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, and all we had was Toon World and a couple of generic tunes. So yeah, it's come a long way, man. But yeah, and you guys got anything else you want to ask our friend here?
Would you like to see the funny bunny?
He's seen it.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man.
Some crazy stuff. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, you guys, but the tune deck, man, your boy Metabro Jake said it first right here on the Undisputed Podcast. We are going to end season 3 on our channel with the epic tune deck profile, man. I've been working on the deck. I just haven't been talking about it too much, but it's going to be good, man. It's going to be really good.
Count us in. We'll be watching.
Take it to the tournaments, man.
Yeah, dude. I know.
Yeah.
They've been telling me, man, but I don't know if they're ready yet.
You'll shock them someday. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. Like I said, we could talk all day, but for those people, viewers and listeners who don't know you yet, where can we see you? Where can we find you? Give us all your tags, man.
All right, check it out, you guys. For anybody that first time hearing about the Meta Bros, we are big on Instagram. That's our first love, you guys. That's where we started. MetaBroJ 2020. All day, every day, you guys always posting up that fire Yu-Gi-Oh content. But now we branched out to the YouTube channel, Super Meta Bros. You guys definitely check that one out. We're doing a lot of deck profiles, basic Yu-Gi-Oh stuff right now, but we're going to start moving into the tournament stuff, tournament updates, tournament reports. That's going to all be coming to the channel very, very soon. And also check out the Facebook, you guys. A lot of people don't know that the Meta Bros got the Facebook going, but we got Jake Meta Bro, and we got the profile page, the Super Meta Bros.
All right, man. Well, thank you.
And then also we even got Discord too nowadays, you guys. Check out the Discord, man. Super Meta Bros.
Oh. All right. Well, that's good, man. You guys are all over the place. Stay away from Twitter, though, man. I'm telling you, it's
That's what I heard too, brother.
It's a trap.
Yeah, that's how we get most of our content.
Nice,
all the craziness on Twitter. But hey, well, thanks again, my friend. Appreciate you coming on here. We're always happy to support you and whatever you do, and just keep that positive energy going, man, and keep doing what you're doing.
Definitely, brother. Thank you very much, Brother Manny, for having me on the podcast, man. I appreciate you guys very much. Shout out to Joker. Shout out to Unfound Prodigy, man. You guys are doing your thing, man. Nothing but love for all 3 of you gentlemen, dude. And it's an honor to be here on the podcast with you guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Back to you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was exciting. Very cool segment. Hope you all enjoyed it. I know we enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing the progress and success, and also possibly having them back on. So thanks again, Super Meta Bro Jay. Very exciting. Guys, let's get right into the thick of things. I know Joker's over here kind of warming up. He's been waiting for this. Let's talk Twitter and let's talk Blue Eyes Platinum Dragon. Joker, take it away, man.
Okay. Now, before I go any further, to the people that sat there, saved up the money, sold off some cards, and actually paid for one legitly, maybe two, maybe three. Maybe you got one for a tournament that you want to have, or maybe you just bought it for collector's values or for a friend. To those that did it and were legitly doing it just because they love the game, I salute you. Thank you. But to the people who sat there buying them up and then trying to sell them for $4,000, $6,000, have you lost your damn mind? Seriously. Stop with the scalping. This is what's wrong with the game right now. All you do is scalp. Stop it. This is what's causing everybody to look at us like we're wrong, like we're stupid. I'm sick and tired of every time something comes out, oh, let's go buy up the whole store. And now you're sitting here, oh my God, I spent all this and now they're making extra copies and now I can't sell and I'm going to lose my apartment. Stop it. You deserve that. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. As soon as it came out, people were buying them out the stores. Let me get all the pre-orders. I'm going to sell them for $6,000. Oh, they're going to do another wave of these? Konami just told you. Fooled you. Stop it. This better be the last time y'all do something stupid. And I was going to let the chicken nuggets go. I'm letting the Lokis go. But a platinum blue eyes white dragon that you're not going to be able to play with, you're just going to put it on the wall and go, jolly good, look at that art. And you're buying them out? You're stupid for doing that. Just buy one, hang it on the wall. Oh my God, there it is. Future reference, future purposes. Don't try to scalp it. You look stupid.
Alternatively, they want something similar. They could have just went out, got a brick and some platinum spray paint and just sprayed it. So that's all it is.
I'm just saying.
That's platinum cardboard. That's all it is.
How do you know it's platinum? It's probably nickel. Oh, because it looks shiny like a starlight. Hey, guess what? You know what else looks shiny? Coins. But you don't see me selling a nickel for $5,000.
Hey, got me an idea. Let me just
limited edition nickel. Let's do this.
This is a dragon.
10,000.
Here, hold on. I'll do you one better. Dice I got from Magic the Gathering. 3,000.
Limited edition.
3,000.
Warrock Secret Rare. 10 grand.
Let's do this. See, we're setting
all tuition right here.
Shit, I need that.
Guys.
So,
money.
Yo, college tuition, you say?
Yeah.
I saw something on Instagram the other day, or maybe it was Twitter. There was a video of somebody. What they did is they put their blue eyes white dragon in some top loaders, and they kept them out in the sun, and every day. And I think they did some other things, but I think it was like 3 months, and it looked exactly the sun had colored it to the point where it looked like the platinum blue eyes white dragon that everybody's paying $1,000 for, and now selling for between $6,000 and $12,000. So there you go. Make your own. Do it yourself. And who knows? Maybe this will be some kind of a future scalping scam that people are going to do. So maybe I'm mentioning the wrong.
Can I make a platinum arrival?
If this becomes the new Todd Pod challenge, I swear I'm giving up on the game. Don't do it. Be smart. Use that brain that your parents gave you after 9 months of creation. For the love of God, don't do it.
Don't do it. Prodigy, let's hear from you, my friend. What are your thoughts on this whole craziness?
I mean, it's always the collector's value that people love. The $1,000, if you got it, go ahead. Do what you got to do if you got it. As long as you're not going broke, you're not breaking the bank, and you love the game. So scalpers, I know they're pretty upset because that second wave is hitting the market. So that means if you bought 50 of those things, you're gonna be stuck with $50, 50 of those things. I mean, you're pretty much done. So I mean, there's always a lesson to be learned here. Thank God Konami did something, because usually with the scalping, nothing's being done. But this time, they got bit in the butt. So they kind of deserve it. I know a lot of people are upset since the whole website went down. I think there's this whole thing where the website went down and everything got sold out, even though nobody got the chance to order it. So,
Yes.
now that things are back to normal, I was like, that's pretty cool. Oh, what is this?
Yes.
But, to each his own, of course.
Right. We'll never tell anybody how to spend their money or anything like that. And the thing that I think what really was discovered is that bots once again won.
Were used.
The people that they use bots, and Konami had supposedly said that they were going to take all these measures to make sure and blah blah blah, and it failed obviously, because when it came time to sell them here in the United States, right at 8:00 Eastern time, or wherever the heck they said it as, it went down. The website was down. Next thing you know, they were completely sold out. Now, Konami does not give a crap. Now, I have a conspiracy theory. What if Konami is behind all the scalping? Think about it, guys. Food for thought here. Konami sells them for 1,000. They sell out instantly. Konami scalps half of them because you have to give out some to make it look legit. Now, Konami's making 5 to 10, 12,000 per resell. Not very likely, but just something to give you to think about there, and call me crazy. I don't really believe that, but hey, just
they call me crazy.
Let's start some rumors here, guys. What was really interesting is the amount of backlash, of course, that hit Twitter. I mean, you had everybody and their mother supposedly was going to buy this. Now,
to really quickly make note of it, I think the part of the reason they also were upset about this is, you guys remember the Create a Card project?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bots were another main issue. I think, what did they do? They supported Valkyrie, and so Inzektor players fought back and used bots at the same time.
It was a tournament, and they pitted two archetypes against each other, and people were buying bots to win. Insane.
Yeah, they had to end up resetting the tournament, and they're doing it again. This time they said they took precautions on making sure no bots were being used. Now, I don't know how they plan to do that, but that's not the whole point. The whole point I'm trying to get at is that, again, bots were used, and they're doing this again through Twitter, which bots were used. You'd think they would understand, hey, if they're getting the bots onto here, let's try a different website or a different platform to use it on.
Something. There's got to be something. These guys are a multi-million-dollar corporation, and they're pissing off their fan base. I know a lot of people have already started leaving the game, and or they say they will. But I've noticed a lot of content creators, again, are going to Digimon because it's availability, it's a fun game, it's something new, it's fresh, and the value you get, we'll get into that later, is a lot better right now. Now, going back to Twitter and the backlash, you had everybody upset because supposedly everybody was going to buy one. I wanted one. I was going to buy one. That's $1,000, people. I know all of you were not going to buy one. Now, you may have wanted one. I can buy one. I don't want one. I can't justify paying $1,000 for it personally. It's cool. I have a crap ton of blue eyes. But here's the thing. All that backlash, everyone was pissed off. And the instant that Konami says, hey, check it out. In November, we got Maximum Gold with alternate art, IP Masquerena. Oh, cool. Everybody changed their tone. Everybody's excited. Forgiveness, forget, short memory. What do you guys think of that? Prodigy, what are your thoughts on that how that works?
I mean, put something shiny in front of people. They tend to look the other way, you know what I'm saying? They tend to look, especially with the gold set. I can't even blame them because I'm already looking that way also. I'm not one of those people that's going to buy the blue eyes, but, I see a shiny set over here with some Dragon Maids in there. I'm like, you know what? Konami, you did your thing, Your bait and switch was, perfection.
Damage control, mission accomplished. Joker, man, what do you think about that?
Heck, blasted! They sold all the blue eyes, and now I can't get maximum gold.
I'll give them.
I kind of think that was a way that they got rid of the scalpers. It's like, okay, now that they spent all their money on this, and they're not going to get that much money back, maximum gold.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a pretty smart way. The scalpers can now be deterred from doing it after wasting a large amount on the blue eyes. They may not be able to do it with maximum gold. Now, granted, I'm not a sailor. I'm not much on how the market works. I'm more of the person that will break a deck in 10 minutes.
Yes.
But I will note this: maximum gold. I can't wait for that to come out because A, unicorn reprint and gold printing, and I do run unicorn for a few of my decks. And then B, I want some more cyber stuff. So I mean, like Konami, listening, Firewall can use maximum gold print, so I don't have to pay $70 for an ultimate reprinting.
Yeah.
And then this is also paired with Burst of Destiny because that also got revealed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in case anybody doesn't know, Burst of Destiny has the archetype everyone's scared of, Flunderees. So be prepared for that.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh
That's
yeah.
gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I probably won't play the deck personally, but it'll be exciting. But
Right?
yeah, I mean, it's funny how quickly we as a community forgive and forget. Konami loves you. No, they love your money. They want your money. And again, for all the people who are going to buy it, great. If you got one, congratulations. I hope you display it, or if you sell it, I hope you get what you're asking for. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing illegal about it. But like Joker said, if you scalped a bunch of them and now you're stuck, I mean, you kind of brought it on yourself, And that's the other funny thing about Twitter is the amount of again, the apologists for Konami and for scalping. You have people just going in there saying, "Well, if you didn't get one, that's your own damn fault," and us scalpers are going to get rich and this and that. And I have a hard time believing half these people are actually scalping and getting them. I really do. I don't buy it
Yeah,
as I'm scrolling
me
through,
neither.
and piggybacking off of that, as I say, let's talk about what is it, Lightning Overdrive and the cases. I've seen several content creators recently start talking about this, that they opened several cases and they're not pulling any starlights. They pulled, I think there was one that opened 6 cases and got 3 Amazement Comicas, a super rare. What the hell's going on? I remember not too long ago, just over a year ago, it was an average of 1 starlight per case. Now, it doesn't mean you would get one in every case, but in the grand scheme of things, it was an average. Now, that's not the case. Now, you're not even getting enough secret rares, ultra rares. You're not getting all that stuff. I can't help but think that Konami's saying, okay, now that you guys are buying multiple cases, we're going to make it harder for you to pull these cards so you buy even more cases. Again, little theory. What are your thoughts, Joker? I mean, what's going on?
For me, it was kind of weird that I pulled 5 of the same secret rare in one case. And I'm sitting here like, you're only supposed to get 2 of each secret rare guaranteed, and then 4 of them you get a third of. But then I bought 2 cases, so I should have gotten a Starlight. I was missing secret rares and I didn't get my Starlight. So I'm sitting here like, okay, maybe I'll just write to Konami. And sure enough, they said they can't do anything about missing cards, but I can send the product back to where I got it from and they will deal with it or they'll refund it. I'm like, but I got it from you. It was sealed by you. This wasn't like me going to a store. I legitly bought it from a distributor that came straight from you. So how am I supposed to sit here and do that if it's you that has to give me the cards back?
And hearing this actually is pretty concerning because you had 2 error boxes. I mean, we watched your openings and you had error boxes, and literally you're writing to Konami and they said, well, sorry, F you, thanks for your money, talk to somebody else, take that, sounds like your problem basically. And not as many nice, in a nicer way they said it in their email, but basically that's not our problem, that's your problem. Buy our next set, buy maximum gold. I don't know, man. I find this kind of disturbing trend. I've seen a lot of sellers on Instagram who are getting upset and they're talking about losing money because what they're getting in their cases is not what it used to be, and it is changing. If you're not seeing it, maybe you're lucky. but it is happening. So be aware of that, guys. You know, you're giving this company all your money. It's a game we love to play, but they're also a business and they will take advantage of it, you know, in the terms of not necessarily raising prices, but making it harder to get this stuff so that way you'll go chase more boxes and cases to get the cards you want. Prodigy, talk to us. What are your thoughts on this?
I think, to be honest, a lot of this has to do with the production issues Konami is facing at the moment. I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm pretty sure you guys have.
Mhm.
For those that don't know, a lot of the sets have been pushed back so many times. Like I think Light and Overdrive was supposed to be out in March or April this year, and it came out late June. So I mean, I feel like when I seen Joker opening up his boxes and some of his boxes didn't even have secrets in there, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then there's those boxes that had like an extra secret or three secrets. So it's like it's weird, you know.
Yeah. Some are going to win, some are going to lose. And and for the people who are going to say, well, you're crying, you're being a sissy, that's the easy way. That's a cop out. I think realistically, don't apologize for Konami. Konami, you're losing players. I know you're never going to sponsor me, so I'm not afraid to speak out. That's fine. But you're losing your player base. You're losing great content creators who are moving on to Bandai, to Digimon. And Digimon's a phenomenal game, man. It's catching fire. It's catching a lot of heat. There are ton of other games out there that people will gladly
Yep.
support. Now, they'll feel it. That's the best way to get it. Vote your frustration with your wallet. Don't spend it. Spend it on something else. If you got to get your pack fixed, there's a ton of other games out there that you can buy that haven't been scalped up yet. And I think eventually they'll learn. They'll learn their lesson once they start seeing their profit margins shrink and products aren't selling, not because they're trash, just because people don't want to buy them because it's not worth it. You have a lot of sellers again who are losing money. Not all of them, but it's something to be aware of. Colby, what are your thoughts on all this craziness?
It's something that they got to take a handle on. If you don't fix the issue, it's going to continue getting worse and worse and worse. It's much like you get a cut, but you never go put a band-aid on it, or you never treat it. It can get infected and get worse. This is basically what's happening. They have a small cut, and they're continuing to let it get worse. They're not doing anything to solve the issue. I would give more of an opinion. However, I never opened a set, and B, I never opened a case because I just don't. Personally, I just don't see me doing that.
Yeah.
I'm A-okay with getting my packs and making a deck.
An OP deck. Yeah, and again, I think, for the pack openers who have been vilified by some of the larger content creators, do what you like. If you like opening packs, open them. If you want to buy a case, buy a case. Again, I'm not telling you to buy stuff or not buy stuff. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just talking about stuff, just throwing ideas out there and stuff that I've heard, just kind of expressing it in a way that, I love this game. I'm going to tell you that right now. The very first time I saw the anime and the very first time I played it, got the cards, I'm like, this is amazing. I want to learn how to play this. I want to be good. And I've always followed it, and I still play here and there. I'll probably always play this game and collect it. But I think in order for a game to survive, you have to evolve, which Konami has done a phenomenal job with implementing, synchros and all the way up to exceeds and all the different archetypes. But you also have to make it available, and you have to make it, the competitive part needs to be more widespread. Again, the elimination of Unlimited was a huge mistake, in my opinion, because it really alienated a big player base and it priced them out of it. Joker? What do you got to say on that?
I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to stop being a pack opener. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm still going to do it. I'm just saying, okay, take this as a lesson learned. But at the same time, Konami, you can't keep having these kind of mistakes. The delay in product, the misplacing of certain cards, and then the ratios being messed up, it's got to be fixed.
Yep.
Or else even the bigger YouTubers and content creators are going to complain. You don't want that. But at the same time, I'm not sitting here saying, well, I'm not going to buy any more at all. I am. It's what I do.
Yeah.
I got lucky that some of the secret rares I did get helped balance out what I was missing out on.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen other content creators where they had 6 cases, 8 cases, 2 Starlights. Yeah, I was like, whoa. And they have more War Rocks than anything. I was like, can I have that case? Just that case?
Yeah. And again, Starlights absolutely should be hard to obtain, but now it's getting to the point where it's almost obvious that they're being shorted intentionally based on how they used to be. And again, it's this whole money making scheme. Konami doesn't love you; they love your money.
Mhm.
Consume,
And
consume, consume. Don't complain, just consume.
they're also making it really hard to just get certain type of cards. So, for example, I was watching it was a small Yugi viewer channel, and they were opening up a box of Ignition Assault.
Mhm.
Now, keep in mind, Ignition Assault was when it came out. Ignitors were they were there, but they weren't doing that great. And so I don't know what the ratios are for how many Seekers you're supposed to get in a box or how many Ultras. Joker, you do a lot of that. How many? If I were to get a set, just a regular set, how many Ultras am I supposed to get? 4. Okay, then this is going to be really funny. When the guy opened up Ignition Assault, he did get 4 Ultras. He got Dark Templar, he got Dark Templar, he got Dark Templar, and he got Dark Templar. Now keep in mind,
Oh,
if this set was after Lightning Overdrive when Ignitors became pretty good, then that people might even say that's pretty great. Granted, you only want to run Dark Templar anyways, but if for Ignition Assault, which had some pretty decent ultras, if I remember correctly,
Yes.
4 Dark Templars is yikes.
No, you didn't want.
Would he
crazy.
like to use the kunai?
Everybody needs to go.
I would like to have the kunai.
Yes.
Here, hold on, Joker. I'll be right back. You're gonna get a knock at the door real quick.
A lot to be aware of. Again, guys, this is just me throwing stuff out there based on what I see, the community and everything concerns. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing the game you love. Do that. I'm not discouraging you or anything like that. It's kind of like when you have a bad experience somewhere. I don't tell you not to go there. I just tell you my experience. I could be the only one, and thousands of people have other experiences. Again, but this is happening. It's going on. Be aware of it. Choose wisely. Spend your money wisely. Let's transition over into our next topic, which
And no scalping.
yeah, and we're going to talk about scalping here. OTS stores are starting to scalp, primarily the OTS packs. A friend of mine, Easy Mahe, again, had some detailed information that he's seen personally. And he's not the only one that's come forward about this stuff where OTS stores they're weighing the packs because there's only 3 or 4 cards in these packs, in the OTS packs. Now traditionally, I'll let you guys correct me, but back in my day, the OTS stores, when they dish out these packs, you enter a tournament, you pay, back then it was $5, you pay to enter a tournament, you get an OTS pack just for entering. Of course, if you won top 2 or 3, you'd get extra prizes or whatever. But I don't. What's the deal? I know some of them, when you spend $30, some of them give you 2 packs, some will give you 4 or 5, whatever it is. Is there any specific set parameters that you guys know of how they're supposed to distribute these packs?
Okay, that I can answer a little bit on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to go first? Unfound?
Yeah, Prodigy,
No,
go
go
for
ahead.
it. Go ahead, Prodigy.
Oh, well, I was saying, from what I've seen some people just get packs from entering, and I've seen also people win extra prizes, like you said, from winning the tournaments. But I think you spend like $30 or whatever, 25, and you get like a pack or 2, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but as we've seen, so yeah, people have 30 packs in their lap, but we all know that's weird. And I was gonna say, maybe Joker has some enlightenment for us.
All right. This is what I know. Basically, when you spend $15, you get 1 pack. 30, buy a box. For every $15 to $30 you spend, you get packs of that. Now, I just find it strange from what you're telling me that they're just all of a sudden having all these excessive amounts of packs for people. And it's like, okay, considering that pandemic and whatnot aside, not that many people can just enter in tournaments. So in order for you to have like that many packs, you have to have at least played 12 people and spent buku's amount of money. Because explain to me, if you can only have 40 people, that means you played everybody in a tournament. And a tournament is like what, 6 to 8 hours? Because
that's when
people got to go home.
When you play 8 people, that can take up to 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll shorten that to like less than an hour.
Yeah, Colby is 2-turn kills.
2-turn.
And
sir, you're really pushing it.
I'm giving other people the benefit of the doubt. But yes, so on that note, you do see pictures of people saying, "Oh yeah, look at me," and they have, I didn't count them, but what obviously is more than 20, 30, 40, 50 packs. It's a crap ton of OTS packs. How do you do it? Okay, so maybe you're the owner of a store, and maybe you say, you know what, I got 2 boxes. I'm going to keep some. I'm going to open them, and I'm going to sell them. Which is fine, I guess. I don't know the rules, what Konami sets, if you have to give them out or if you can sell them, if that's illegal or not. Maybe somebody can enlighten us on that. The other way, maybe you got a hookup. You know the owner of the store, an employee, and they say, "All right, you're my good friend. Here's a bunch of packs." Okay. The other way is, okay, we weigh them and we open the ones that we suspect have the ultimate rares. Thank you. So there's a lot of theories out there, but here's the thing: is people love to watch pack opening videos. That's the fact. There are people that love to watch those. People like to watch epic pulls, right? But a certain part of the community is going to start to resent you because they might not necessarily have access to these cards, or maybe they do because there are OTS stores, again, coming from Easy Mahe and a couple of other people. They attend these OTS stores, they call ahead, and they're told that these are all sold out. Now, where did they go? When they just released, they're already sold out. Where are they going? And then when they come back and say these same stores have these ultimate rares up for sale on Facebook, on Instagram, on TCG Player, or inside their store, what's going on? What do you think, Joker?
Technically, you're not allowed to sell those, but people do it anyways. And I'm just sitting here like, wait, you're supposed to open the packs and then sell the product. Why are you trying to sell them outright? And this leads me to believe, like, hey, they don't care. If nobody's sitting here going, hey, you're not supposed to do it that way, you're supposed to actually open it, and they don't care, I guess it's free game now. So yeah, I'm just like, I'll just wait until I get me some.
It's unfortunate. It really is. And again, I'm not hating on anybody. Don't take it the wrong way. I honestly don't give a crap, but there are people that do, because I don't enter tournaments, so I'm not getting them anyway. If I do go spend $30 at one of my local stores, yeah, I'll get a couple. I have an option to getting 2 OTS packs or an alternate art card that they have there. Lost art. That's cool. But again, something to be aware of. OTS stores are starting to scalp these packs, these cards, and they make it harder for you. They have little schemes in place, and they're going to squeeze every dollar they can out of you. So again, the message being, I'm not telling you to buy them. I'm not telling you not to buy them. I'm just saying, spend your money wisely. Again, I love the game. I love the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I appreciate what Konami's done, but at the end of the day, it seemed like it's becoming more about money than it is about love of the game. You look at our guest earlier, Super Meta Bro J, loves the game. Yes, he pulls stuff. Yes, he plays meta, but he has a genuine love for the game, as do we all, and a lot of us do.
Yeah.
But when it comes to money, again, that's when I kind of start steering away from those content creators or stores or whatever who just only care about the money and not the players. Again, you're in business to make money, supply and demand, all that bullshit. But you do have to treat your customers right at some point. Am I wrong?
At some point. Sir, I think you meant to say all the time.
Yeah. All the time.
At the beginning. Yeah. From the start.
Yeah.
I think he turned to a machine monster.
Yeah. Prodigy's underwater. He went to the abyss.
Oh man.
The abyss.
It's weird. My Zoom keeps cutting out. Can you hear me now? Ah, but God.
Yeah.
It just keeps cutting out for some reason. But yeah, like you said, man, from the beginning, they should be treating customers right. And then when it comes to Konami, they're not really actually going to the stores and checking these stores out, seeing what they're doing. So, they're just going to go about their business anyways and do what they can to make the most of their cash flow, to get the most of their cash, going. So it kind of sucks. But for the stores, they're loving it. But for the players, it's just not right.
Yeah. And if you're one of those people who are going to try and flex and say, well, that's tough shit. I got the money and you don't. Again, that's a cop-out response. If you have that attitude, then, I wish you all the best. I really do, because you're going to have it tough in life, my friend. So that's it for that. Let's change gears and let's talk about a deck that is getting a lot of hype right now. Okay. And I know we've talked about it a little bit, but the Scrap Dino hybrid deck. There's our Warrock for life, punchline. Colby, why don't we start with you? There's a lot of hype being built around this deck. Meta Bro J mentioned earlier that in a tournament of about 50 people, I think he said at least 30 of them were running it. It was everywhere. What are your early thoughts on this deck so far?
The good thing about it is that it kind of opens up Dino to a little bit more accessible combo. You have a 2-card combo alone with Lost World and Scrap Raptor itself. So, when you can go Scrap Raptor, Lost World, and here we have a 2-card Appaloosa, Boral Savage, and a Summon Negate on top of it. What else can you really say about it? And then, if you, let's say you don't even open up the Scrap Raptor, let's say you open up just the standard, oh god, what was it? I think it was Lost World with Babysaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Using the Scrap Raptor, you can still go into the Scrap combo pieces and still make an even more dangerous board on top of it. I've seen people end on boards like Boral Savage Appaloosa, but that's just kind of a guaranteed right there. Then they'll either they'll make another XCs, which really could be about anything else they could want, or they make more synchro monsters. There's so much potential that it can go for, and that's just off the Scrap Raptor and Dino combination. We're not looking at other variants of it, which have included Dogmatica, Invoked, Shadowhaunt, you name it, it's likely there. Now, would I say that this is all because of Scrap Raptor? Not entirely. The Dinos are very easy. Well, I'm not going to say it's very easy, but I'll say that it's one of the few decks that you could splash something in and be perfectly fine. That's why these decks kind of exist. It's much like Shadowhaunt. There's so many decks that push Shadowhaunt in there. Scrap Raptor just kind of fits in Dino just fine, and that's why Scrap can also go in there and help out the combo pieces, make better boards. Now, the only part I do like about it is that there's 2 routes this can go. A, they're going to let Dino survive this ban list somehow, and everything's going to be fine. But next list, you'll see something. Or they gave Scrap Raptor now, because this list, there could be a potential hit. And I think we all know that potential hit is because it's just going to be Miscellaneousaurus.
Interesting. Okay. Joker, tell us what you're thinking.
Boy, they hitting that deck harder than puberty right now. It's too many of them. It's like the Justin Bieber of decks right now. 30 out of 50? Seriously? This sounds familiar. Sounds like something with wings, with a little color of blackness to it. Oh yeah, black wings. Seriously, calm down. It's an okay add to the deck, but at the same time, at a certain point, it's not really like, oh my god, must. People are now treating it like it's the Invoked Engine 2.0. But at the same time, like Colby said, it's probably going to get hit later on the ban list, like the September ban list.
Yeah.
But I actually have no problem with it right now. Now, there is one thing I will say. If they don't hit Scrap Raptor, they might hit Miss. But if they don't hit either or, they might hit the baby.
I was going to say, really quickly, I don't see Scrap Raptor getting hit at all. There's nothing really wrong with it. It helps out. It helps out both Dino and Scrap. And the Scrap isn't the main issue. It's mostly within Dino. So if you really wanted to hit the deck, you're not going to hit Scrap Raptor. You're going to hit either Babysaurus, Misk, Fossil Dig, or Omniraptor.
It'll probably be Baby. They've been talking about it for a bit.
I know, but we still have the meme of like Dino players paying off letting Misk dodge spam list.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
The deal's going down right now, fellas. Misk is not going to get hit this list.
Misk go Misk.
And I think I see it. It happens a lot where right now you have Drytron, you have a few other meta decks that everybody's playing, and all of a sudden this one kind of creeps up, and everybody thinks that they're kind of the only ones that are going to play it. Next thing you know, everybody's playing it. They all had good intentions to try and do something different, but it's all the hype right now. And
man, that sounds familiar when I first showed you guys Flunderies.
Yes.
And then everyone flipped out.
Yep. And everybody is flipping out, even our friend Prodigy. Prodigy, anything you have heard about the Scrap Raptors or have seen? And curious to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I'm not much of a Scrap Dino player, but what I've heard is that like the topic, and it's been skating by the ban list for the longest. So I mean, that's as far as I know for the Scrap and Dino deck. But it's cool that it's coming up. At least there's a change in the community as far as not playing in both Shadowhaunt the Monica anymore. No, I like to see something different just to learn some more about the deck. But hey, what can you do? Scrap Dino's taking over.
Yes, and if you can afford those chimeras at $40-$50 each, then more power to you, because those are just going up. It's crazy.
I got mine when they were 4.
There you go. If you got in early, be proud of yourself, and because man, I checked the prices on those chimeras and they're insane. So if you are playing the deck, best of luck to you. Very excited to see everybody loves dinos, right? I mean, like, I have a dino core. I just never got around to building it, but I'm just I'm just a casual player here with the occasional meta deck. So, well, guys, thanks again. That pretty much wraps it up what we wanted to cover here. Now, for those of you who are listening, we are actually going to be experimenting with shorter, more focused episodes. So be on the lookout for that. Specific singular topics is what we're going to cover. And so we're excited to that. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think about that, if you'd be up for that. Anyways, let's get on with it. Colby, for the listeners and viewers, where can they find you?
Find me at TDC_YGO, or you can find me on Mr. Forte's channel, where I'll be posting up deck profiles. And in fact, within 4 days, my playmat's coming in, and I'll finally do the reveal of the Ignister profile. I hope you guys like running 15 different interruptions and still getting a full combo.
Everybody loves that.
And you may also contact me about making Salad best deck, because we all know it is.
We got to get that Stalio back to 1 at least. Prodigy.
Stalio did nothing wrong.
Where can we find you, Prodigy?
In the banish zone, face down.
Yeah, Prodigy got banished.
Here,
No, I played this.
Let's
Sorry.
see. So I'll speak on his behalf. Unfound on Instagram, Unfound Prodigy, also his YouTube channel, Unfound Prodigy, and I think his Twitter is Prodigy Unfound, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, look for him. He does a lot of fun stuff, occasional fun tweet. Thank you, Mr. Prodigy, wherever you are in the Shadow realm. Joker, where can the viewers and listeners find you?
Silvereyed Poet on Snapchat and Shadowhaunt Joker on my YouTube channel and on Twitter.
Thank you.
You will not find me on Facebook. Trust me.
Yeah, stay away from Facebook, guys. Talk about toxic, and maybe we'll cover that on our next episode. Is the craziness on Facebook, because we have a lot to cover. But again, Thank you so much. You've got Team Fuerte Gaming channel here, which we cover all this fun stuff. _El Toro Fuerte on Instagram, and I won't even give you my Twitter because I'm a ghost. I'm just an observer. So thank you all. Once again, I appreciate it. Let's wrap this up, and let's look forward to many more to come and many more guests. So thanks again, guys. Have a great one.
Have a good day, everyone. Here we go, Unfound. Let's bring you back.
See you guys.
No.
I try to come back. Must be more than my dad.